everyone, it's Heather here at LARRS. As you can imagine, we get a lot of questions all the time about how to care for exotic birds and reptiles, best practices, keeping them healthy, all of the above. So today we wanted to answer one of the questions that we recently got right here on our YouTube channel. So this is a question that was posed on our The Fabulous Mr. Rocky YouTube video. You guys are definitely going to want to stay tuned for this one, and remember to hit that subscribe button. This person posed a question to us: with your years working with macaws, can I ask for advice? So it says, when my BNG, that is also another term for blue and gold macaw, it hated water, apparently hated women, and hated harnesses when this person got her. The bird is now semi-okay with women and okay being outside without a harness, although it looks like this bird has flown away, or rather spooked. That's a better way to put it anyways. Spooked from the owner 4 times in the last 12 months. So that all being said, the biggest question that this person had is, how do you get your bird acclimated to taking a bath? This bird, if she gets splashed on purpose and she catches you, then she's annoyed. If she gets splashed by accident when shaking her feathers, she ignores it. If she is offered a bird bath, this bird doesn't want to do anything with the bird bath. So really great questions here. I'm going to try to touch on a number of these things. Again, the 3 biggest things: hating water, hating women, and what to do about that harness. I do want to touch on that with you guys. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to get downstairs right now. I'm going to show you a couple of things that we do with the birds regarding the shower thing. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about hating women or men or children or grandparents or whatever a bird decides that it's going to hate. And then we're also going to talk briefly about harnesses and taking your birds outside. It's something that has been a little bit controversial for us in the past, and I definitely want to touch on this one. So I'll see you guys soon. It is very, very true that not all birds are created the same. So I want to show you what it looks like giving some of the birds around here baths, which what we use water and a spray bottle to give the birds baths. Now, some of them don't like that. Some of them prefer the shower. We have a shower perch that we oftentimes will put birds in the shower for that. And a lot of times they actually prefer their water dishes. We actually do have a lot of luck with the spray bottle. And you guys will notice, like, I'm just using this really fine mist and just kind of getting the bird's feathers wet. About the difference of birds liking a male, liking a female, not liking a person, liking a certain person. And first of all, you guys definitely are going to want to do training, because you can have a bird that likes multiple people in the house, but they have to be motivated, and the entire family really needs to be a part of something like that. So there are, of course, certain birds that they really gravitate towards male or female, or they'll really gravitate towards one person or another. So I have Kim here, and we're actually going to show you with our cockatoo Ray Ray, because Ray prefers Kim a lot more than she prefers me.
Hi, pretty girl. How's the Ray Ray today? You want some scritchies? Oh, the Ray Ray wants some scritchies. Okay, guys, so you can see Ray is more or less okay with me giving her scritchies, but do you guys notice the body shape that she has going on right now? I am not her favorite person, and so now I'm actually going to bring Kim over so you guys can see Kim interact with Ray a little bit. Hi, baby girl.
Wow.
Hi, Ray.
So she's coming right out for Kim.
Hi, baby.
She's coming right out for Kim. Okay, so you guys can clearly see the difference between me and Kim and working with Ray. Now, we are very thankful that Kim is around. We're very thankful to have a lot of different volunteers who make sure to spend a lot of time with a lot of the birds that for some reason or another don't want to interact with one person or the other person, or even interact with me. So I definitely, just wanted to show you guys kind of what it's like when a bird really likes one person as opposed to the other. Now, this does not mean that you cannot interact with the bird, because just like when you guys just saw, Ray will willingly let me give her scritchies, but it's a completely different bird around Kim. So now Kim and I are both females, so this gender barrier thing with birds, it doesn't always work like that. I have blonde hair, Kim has darker hair. So a lot of times maybe it's just like somebody, who had a bad experience with a person who looks this way or looks that way. It's kind of the same thing with birds. If they have a bad experience, or maybe it's not even a bad experience, maybe it's just like I really didn't like that kind of experience, they're going to not want to gravitate toward you. Now, you can still have a relationship with that animal. Again, it's going to take a lot of work. But you guys, this is something that is a good example of what works and what does not work for some birds. So another thing that was part of that question is harnesses. So I want to just briefly touch on harnesses here and talk a little bit about them. So first of all, we did recently get a question, what about foot harnesses? Never, ever, ever use a foot harness for your bird. If you have a foot harness on your bird, it's outside, it spooks, it flies away, all of a sudden you've got a broken leg on your parrot, and you've got a bird in a lot of pain. So that is the number one reason not to ever use a foot harness. They can be very dangerous for your bird. If you are going to use a harness, I have here our favorite little type of harness. Now, this harness obviously is made for a very, very small bird. But if you picture my knuckle here as a bird's head, basically what you're gonna do is you're going to slip the little harness around the head. You're going to put one wing through this side and one wing through this side, and this isn't really working very well, but you guys can get the gist of it, okay? So the wings are out to the side, the head is through here. Now, something that you're gonna wanna do to be able to train your bird to get used to a harness like this is you're going to want to do a little bit of motivational training with a nut. Now, this really works very well if you're following the model that we follow as far as diet, feeding chop and feeding pellets, because then you're going to have a bird that is motivated for treats. You can also do a lot of training before you even feed your bird in the morning, so that's going to make it a lot easier for you to do this. But if my thumb is the bird's head and the bird is kind of scared of being in a harness, you're just going to stick the nut right through the center, and then the bird is going to get curious, want to maybe go and take a bite of the nut, and you're just going to work your way into it. So get your bird used to a harness like this if you're going to use a harness. Now, along those lines, if you're not going to use any kind of a harness with your bird, we highly, highly, highly recommend that you look into flight training your bird. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. And if you ever have any questions regarding any care for birds or reptiles, feel free to reach out to us either via our Facebook page or by email. I hope you guys have a really great day. Gracie's like, what the heck doing? Gracie, baby. Was I, oh my gosh. Was I teasing you? Was I teasing you with that walnut? Would you like one? Okay, so I'm like filming this, right? And Gracie, her cage. I actually used her cage. I stuck my little camera right up there, right on the top of her cage. I have this cool little tripod with flexible legs. And I was talking about the harnesses just now. And I think that I was teasing Gracie way too much. Hi, baby. Would you like a walnut? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She's like, that's it, I'm done on camera.